Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Mental Monday. So this week I want to talk about stress. I think this is something everybody can relate to and everybody deals with, and especially going into the holidays, it can be such a stressful time at certain points. You're trying to do so much at once, you're trying to think about so much at one time, it just can get overwhelming, and there's a lot of holiday stress that happens. So I wanted to give my top 5 tips for dealing with stress and kind of how to cope with it. First, I wanted to talk about what stress kind of does to you though. Stress can be so hard on you, on your mental health, on your physical health. It just is terrible. It takes such a toll on you and your body, and it can be really, really bad if you aren't careful. So there are a lot of different side effects of stress. You can lose sleep. You can either gain an appetite or lose an appetite and have an unbalanced eating pattern. Your mood fluctuates so much, and after a certain point you have trouble getting anything done if you are just really overstressed and overwhelmed. It can age you prematurely. It lowers a lot of organ functions because they're under stress when you're under stress, and it can be really difficult to pull yourself out of that. There are a lot of different techniques for doing that. You kind of got to just figure out what works for you. So my 5 tips for dealing with stress starts with number 1, breathing. There are so many good breathing techniques that you can do to kind of re-lower your heart rate, even out your breathing, and bring you back down, kind of calming you back down, leveling all of you back out, and then you're not in that heightened state so much, and then you can actually have better brain function that way. My second tip is to sleep. Getting enough sleep when you're in a stressful time or a stressful situation, it sounds easier said than done, but it helps so much if you can do it. If you can buckle down and force yourself to get the amount of sleep you need, you will be able to deal with it so much better. Your body will be in a better position to cope with it, and you will really, really help yourself in a lot of ways. Number 3 is to do something relaxing. Do something that relaxes you. I can't tell you what that is for you. It's different for everybody. Something that's relaxing for one person may be stressful for another. And everybody gets fed by different things. You just gotta kind of figure out what yours is and go from there and make sure you're making time for it. Number 4 is to do something calming and soothing. So calming music, a bath. There's a lot of recipes online for a detox bath where you put essential oils or minerals in the bath water, and it just helps your body detoxify and get all of the toxins out of you, and just that can lower your stress. And the warm water can be really soothing and calming, and you can light a candle, and it's just the best tool to not feel stressed, or your favorite calming music, or reading a book. All of those things that are soothing to you, that kind of feel like a nice warm blanket around you, are very, very helpful as well. And of course, for today's Thanksgiving challenge, speaking of candles, I wanted to say I am thankful for all of the Christmas candles coming out, and I'm thankful for candles in general. I picked up this at Target the other day, and I'm going to burn it today, and I'm so, so excited. I'm really thankful for candles. I love candles. They just smell so nice, and They're really cozy. I love them, and I'm really thankful I got to get this one. Might seem a little silly, but I'm really thankful for it. I'm really excited for it. And I would love to hear what you guys are thankful for today. And number 5, probably the most important moving forward, is to talk to somebody about it and ask for help with what you're stressed about. If you're really stressed about getting something done, it can really help to bring somebody in to kind of help you deal with it, and that way you're not taking all of the burden on yourself. And especially when you're at the overstressed point, it'll take you that much longer on your own because your brain is not at tip-top functioning. So that can be really important, and that is also a way to avoid stress by having help when you need it, and knowing yourself and knowing when you're gonna need help with something or when you're okay to take it on by yourself, and if you're taking on too much, because sometimes that can be the cause of the stress if you're taking on more than you can actually handle. So that is it. That is my 5 tips. That is how I try to deal with stress when it comes up. I know, especially lately with trying to balance so much at once, I have had so many moments of where I had to just calm myself back down and refocus my brain to be able to continue at all, because there was just way too much adrenaline and I needed to calm down. There are actually studies about how bad for you being at that heightened of state with that much adrenaline for too long actually does to you. It wears your body down so much, and so it's really important to know what you can handle, what you can't handle. If you just don't have the time for something, do not say yes. And if you are trying to get certain things done, have a realistic vision for what you're going to be able to do with it, how far you're going to be able to take it. If you have 4 huge things, that's going to be way too much probably, and you could bring them down a little, scale them down slightly, and that helps. That also helps you manage getting them done because you don't have as much you're trying to manage. So they'll turn out better anyways. Especially with the holidays coming up, I know I am already in the mode of finding Christmas presents, figuring out a budget, planning when we're going where and what we're doing with everybody, and so it has been already starting be like trying to figure things out, and it can easily get stressful. So that is how I try to deal with it. That is my 5 tips, and just a little caution of watching your stress level, watching how much you take on, and really being careful about taking care of yourself, making sure you are taking care of yourself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this helped you in some way. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and share how you deal with stress in the comments. I would love to get more ideas because I can very easily get overwhelmed. Share this video with everybody. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please click on the screen and subscribe, and then you can see when the next video comes out. And I will see you guys in that one. Bye!